When I was in my early years of weightlifting, I made 0 to none progress. Every time I stepped on the weight, it was the exact same thing. I struggled to build muscle. It didn't make any sense. I was doing all the work. I was going to the gym every day. I was training every single day. So, why was my physique the exact same? What I didn't realize was that I was slacking on the most important factor of building your dream body. In this video, I will be covering the third principle of Tren, a guide used to making your dream body. I made another video about it, about training and resting earlier before, so you can check that out if you want to build a better body with training. But after months of researching, reading, implementing, I will be putting all the research I have about eating onto the next few minutes of this video. Let's get it. Now, in my opinion, this is one of the hardest principles to implement in my Tren guide to building your dream body. But this is where you're gonna lose the fat and get the nutrients to build bigger muscles. First, we need to find your goal and what you need to do to get there. Your body probably looks like this: skinny arms, fat belly, boy boobies. Basically, you're unattractive. You need to decide if you want to lose fat or build muscle through two methods: cutting and bulking. If you're gonna cut, you'll probably lose fat, maybe a little muscle too. Alright, it's a sacrifice you're gonna have to make. But it's really hard to build muscle during a cut. It's basically impossible, and I highly doubt you have the discipline to do all that. If you're gonna bulk, you're gonna build lots of muscle. That's the main goal of bulking. But you're gonna make a little fat along the way, and that is a sacrifice you're gonna have to make. Long term, bulking is the better option in my opinion. If you build your muscle first and then cut it down, you're gonna get that dream physique faster than originally intended. Cutting. Now, I'm gonna say this multiple times: don't eat whatever, alright? I'll tell you what food I found best for building muscle, alright? Because in the last few months, I've been eating the right foods and the right food, and my progress has been faster than ever, alright? I've been seeing changes in my arms, my chest, my back, everything, alright? You can name it, alright? Legs. But cutting will get you from here to here. I still didn't pull with this physique, just a disclaimer, alright? And it's really hard to build muscle stemming from this physique as your base. But, you do you. That's your opinion. Now, for my bulkers, this also doesn't mean that you can eat whatever, alright? Bulking should actually be hard, if not harder than cutting. If it isn't hard at all, you're doing it wrong, alright? You're eating the wrong foods. If it's easy, if you think it's easy, you're probably eating the wrong foods, alright? But, stuff like that. How do I know how many calories I need? I put down below a calorie calculator, and you just gotta put in your body weight, your age, and it will give you two options. It will give you muscle building or losing muscle, bulk or cut, Actionable step, go do that calculator real quick, and if you decide if you want to bulk or cut, screenshot how much calories you need for that bulk or cut. It's just like a good base to know how much food you need to eat. What if you don't want to bulk or cut? Well, there is another option, which is also preferred if you don't want, a drastic change to your physique at all, which is maintenance calories. If you go to the calculator from before, alright, and if you did the actionable step, you'll notice that there is a maintenance value. Do the calories in that value if you are aiming for maintenance. But I don't want to change my weight. Alright, you got it all wrong. Your goal is to lose fat, not weight. Alright? You're supposed to change your body, not your weight. Alright? It's actually good to keep the same weight because you're actually replacing that fat with muscle. And in the end term, that looks way better. This method actually might be preferred out of the other two. But a few problems is that you're going to have to watch your caloric intake much more closely, or what you eat much more closely if you want to maintain a weight instead of cutting or bulking. And another deficit is that your body might stay the same for a while, and you just gotta push through it, alright? Because what you're doing is working. This is because you're not doing anything extreme, but it's working. Trust. Now, this video is targeted for the skinny fat people I showed earlier, but if you're skinny, obviously bulk. If you're fat, obviously cut. Goes both ways. You already know. Dieting. Now, it's slightly different for everyone, but here is my preferred diet. For bodybuilding, I found that the best diet is a low carb, high protein diet. Alright, especially made out of whole foods. What are whole foods? Whole foods are foods with just one ingredient. For example, eggs. Alright? What are the ingredients in eggs? Egg. What are the ingredients in meat? Meat. What are ingredients in a salad? Just a salad. You get the idea, alright? Compared to processed foods like a McDonald's burger, which might have like 100 different ingredients inside that burger. Like, that shit's fucked up. But, if you can, and I prefer you do, just get one ingredient foods. But, in my opinion, actually not in my opinion, this is a known fact, if you want the best results, just go for one ingredient foods for your diet. And yes, I am telling you to eat a meat and egg diet because that is what I found best to building muscle. Alright, that is when I started this diet, that is when I started building a way bigger physique, going from here to here. It is one of the most important factors. Alright, so just rerun it back. Meat, ground beef, ground chicken, whatever, and eggs. Lots of eggs. And maybe some cheese, You can include some fruit and veggies, but I prefer that you only eat fruit before you go to the gym, if you don't have like pre-workout or anything. Because what are carbs for? Carbs are just for sugars. Alright, carbs are sugars, and sugars are for energy. You don't really need energy if you're just like sitting in your ass all day. You only need energy before you do something crazy like exercise or taking a walk or going to the gym. Now, this diet I've named out is called a warrior's diet. It's not going to be easy, obviously, but I found that it's the best way to building that dream body you want. Now, for some questions that you might have, I'm just going to, list them out and answer every single one. Why low carbs? Carbs just make you fat, alright? Carbs are sugars, as I've said before. You should only eat it before a workout, but preferably any other time. I suggest you just stay away from carbs, you know what I mean? Carbs as in like sugars, fruit, starches like pasta and potatoes, and I think that's everything. Why unprocessed foods? I can make a whole separate video for this, but basically unprocessed foods are like poison. Alright? Not all proteins are the same, and if it fits your macros is bullshit. If you watch one video about that topic, you'd understand. Don't eat processed foods. Certain meals, you're gonna have to tap in your cooking skills for this one, but basically here is a couple meals for you. A plate of 3 to 4 eggs is a great meal to have throughout the day. Bacon too, and some cheese with that meal if you want to, if you're like bulking. But at the end of the day, I cook 1 or 2 pounds of ground meat along with 5 to 8 eggs. You can eat it separate throughout the days, throughout the week, or together. And this might be wild, but I also put in a cup of Greek yogurt into that shit too. Maybe 2 cups, who knows. Obviously Greek yogurt, like the healthy kind, but you can separate that into multiple meals throughout the week, but that is basically the main things I do. I'll see tuna, I'll see a salad, you already know. How do I get it? If you were wondering this question, you're probably around teenager age. So go shopping with your parents and communicate with them. Tell them that this is what you want, and if they suggest another diet, go try it out if you want, but trust me on this. This is the best diet there is to bodybuilding, and it's far from unhealthy. Here is the shopping list. I'll save you the trouble. Screenshot if you want. If you can't get everything in this list, that's okay. Just do what you can for this diet. Alright? Side note, if you have a blender, here's some ingredients that I can make for building a protein shake. Pretty yummy in my opinion. I chow that shit down every single night. That's what she said. Add this to your shopping list if you want to. Quick way to get your protein in. Addressing creatine and pre-workout, you don't need them, but if you can get them without any inconvenience, do that. Don't overuse pre-workout. There's a lot that can actually prevent you from building muscle. If you don't know how to get your creatine in, there's a couple methods you can do. You can put it with your eggs. You can mix it in with your pre-workout. Put it in with that protein shake from earlier, or put it in a cup of water, drink it, or just dry scoop that shit. Whatever you need to do. Fuck. How much protein? If you're bulking, you need as much protein in grams as your body weight, if that makes any sense. All right. So, for example, if you're 150 pounds, you're gonna need 150 grams of protein. So just get on that weight scale, take a picture, and you're chilling. You need that much protein for every single day. So obviously unprocessed protein, straight from meat or eggs. If you're on a cut, multiply your body weight by 0.7, because you need 0.7 grams of protein per pound of body weight. So if you're 150 pounds, multiply that by 0.7 and you're gonna get 105 grams of protein you need to eat every single day. That should be the minimum amount of protein. Any less, you might be in risk of losing muscle, but that's everything I can cover for eating today. Alright, that is all the knowledge I have for eating. If it's helped you, subscribe or some shit. Remember to drink your water.